Next 3 letters we're going to paint. The style we're going to go with is more just like straight letters. The last one was graffiti style. Then we had like bubble lettering. We're going to do straight letters now. So if you're just tuning into this video, I'm doing tutorials on different letter forms, showing you the processes on how to paint them. If you want to start from scratch, go to my first video. But we're just going to break this down into 3 steps. Sketch, and then we got our fill, and then we got our outline. Sketch like a pencil, fill all the colors in, and then outline it at the end. First thing I want to do is have a skinny cap on my can. It's exactly what I have here. This is a bit of a fat cap. So let's just sketch up with that skinny cap. Like I said, straight letters. So GHI is the letters that I'm going to do. So we got our first G shape here. It's okay to be super sketchy at this point. That's the whole part of the, letters, is to just take it one line at a time. We're going to be nice and basic with this. And let's do our H. Let's add a little block at the top here. A little middle bit. And, this sketch, I'll probably go on and say this a million times, but it's like you have a pencil in your hands. Treat it like that, like just sort of figure it out as you go, make your mistakes, and then clean it up at the end. So we got our G, we got our H, and let's just chuck an I up here, eh? You just break it down into blocks. I got a top bit of the eye, bottom bit, little center through the middle there. So at this point, this is where you can add different stuff in the letters. Like this G, let's say I want like a bit of a block coming out on the left-hand side, why not? Because the thing with spray paint is it dries so quickly. So all this, that's dry. So get your sketch up and then like mix it up from there. Like figure out what you want to do with your letters. So now we're going to fill the thing in. What I'm using is a cap called Yorker, New York Fat, and we're going to fill this thing in. So don't make the mistake of just painting anywhere in the letters. What you want to do is go on the outsides first like this and then fill it in. Not only is it cleaner, but it will save you your paint. So like, especially if you're just learning this stuff, like this super simple stuff, you probably want to hold on to your paint. I remember how like precious I was with mine. So be smart with how you fill so you don't just like rush out those tins. Outlines first. Fill that sucker in. And that's how quick it is. We got our fill in 2 seconds. Maybe not 2 seconds, but comes up pretty quick. Once we get our fill, we can do anything we want here. So I want to teach something different in every single one of these letter forms. So you actually want to watch them. So for this one, I'm going to draw bricks in this just to, add a bit of a fill effect. I think it's going to be overkill for a little couple letters, but why not? You'll learn something along the way. With bricks, what you want to do is you want to draw a single line and then offset the next line and then offset the next line, so on and so forth, right? So if I was smart, I would have drawn my bricks first so I could save paint, but I just thought of this on the fly, trying to, make something different for you. So got one brick here, one brick there, little gap between them. And then, like I said, with the offsetting, you want to chuck them so they're not in line, like this. So always see where your next line's at, because you don't want to sort of copy that one. But let's just chuck like a small brick here. And we'll just chuck this technique in the bottom of the letters. Outsides first, fill it in. So a huge thing with spray painting too is cutbacks. This will help you out in a lot of different ways, but especially here. See these bricks, they're sort of all eroded and crappy looking. Use the color that you filled it in to cut these back, just like this. And that's what's cool, is you can use those like single strides that you had before. That's what's going to make it look sort of more blocked out. And just like that, you can clean your lines up. Cool. More techniques. I seem to be adding more and more into this one. Let's do some cracks in the bricks. We got a little. Some hairline cracks around. And because this is a straight style, I'm going to try to do it in like straight lines as I'm going to sort of, you know, get that style going. So there we go, we got our G. Got our H. And at this point, the letter's got to look really flat and boring. But let's do some stuff to sort of, I don't know, make them look like they're a bit more alive. I'm going to do a 3D, but I'm going to offset it. So I'm going to start a little bit lower in certain areas, and it'll look more sort of blocked out that way. And let's go 3Ds down that way. Down and right. So this way it looks more like a, it's like an offset 3D, more of like a drop shadow style. Many, many different ways you can do 3Ds and heaps of other techniques. Remember the inside of your letters, don't go too far. In my other ones I did highlights and all that, but let's do it a bit different. So I'm just going to copy this letter. But that looks, you know, looks sort of weird and wacky. So let's stylize it a bit. If you were smarter, you'd have like maybe a bright yellow or something for this point, so it doesn't just like take over the whole piece. But you know, might be a style you want to implement in. Sometimes doing that copy through the center. Let's say if you were filling with just that straight brown, you could use this tone to fill that letter as well. But this will make it more punchy. From here, you know, sometimes you'll do, say, like a key line. The key line is what goes around the letters, makes it stand out. I'll do that on this. I won't go around the whole thing, but I'll do it in that straight style, maybe to get like that erosion feel, because everything else is pretty like blocked out, bricky, eroded. So let's just do it selectively. So won't go around the whole thing. But we'll just do it in areas. There we go. Bit of a weird, wacky key line. Adds like a bit of movement to the piece, like makes it a bit shaky. So that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Done the straight blocks. And the next one, we're going to get a bit more experimental with the lettering. So follow along with that one and see what we make up.